Johnny, you lose a guy in warm-up, you lose a guy early in the game, and you battle in there. That says a lot about the way this team came to play tonight.
Yeah, thought we had, worked hard for 2 periods, and they found a way to get a little momentum there early in the third, and they scored 2 big goals and took the lead on us.
Well, in the final analysis, is that kind of not also feeding into that narrative? Is you're down a guy and you got a team that's not really playing its best hockey and finds a way in the third period?
Yeah, I mean, down a guy, I don't think that really plays too much into it. I think, we were right there, start the third period, and, they pushed a little bit harder to start the third. And like I said, scored 2 goals early in the third, and we were battling back the rest of the period.
Yeah, 16 seconds really was the difference. Just, or they just pushed for a little bit and took control. Otherwise, you guys are pretty even with this team.
Yeah, I thought we, other than those, a couple of their scoring chances they had where they led to goals, other than those plays, I thought we did a good job, and I thought we worked hard in their offensive zone. We had some good looks throughout the game, but, ended up losing.
You end up having to get a new line mate in warm-ups when Alex goes out. Is it tough sometimes to kind of build some chemistry quicker? But you've played with Justin Danny before, but what's that like as a player when that happens?
Yeah, just, got to adapt really quickly. Like you said, I played with Danny for 10, 12 games there, I think, in December, and he works extremely hard, and it's fun playing with him. So we had some chances tonight. Our line, it just didn't find a way to put it in. I think he had a couple of breakaways, and but hopefully we can build that chemistry if we're together again and go from there.
Johnny, it looked like you really had a good game plan going into this one, and like you said, you really got off to the good start tonight, and you were skating with them. That's one thing you guys can do. You can skate, and you can skate with the best of them.
Yeah, we're a fast team. I think, especially my line. I think with Danny, he's extremely fast, and he's so good down low in the corners and working hard for pucks and retrieving pucks. So, and he had 2 breakaways because of the speed. So, that's it could be a difference in the game. Bearing those 2, but they found a way to find a way to score there in the third on their scoring chances, and that was the game.
So many times this year you guys have walked away from games where guys have said after, well, we got away from our game plan or we stopped playing in this period. You played this one the entire way through. I know it's too late for moral victories, but the fact that you just did push all the way through it, there is something to be said for that, isn't there?
Yeah, I thought we played hard the whole 60 minutes, other than a couple blips here and there, a couple of miscues, and then they found a way to score a couple on even strength, and those little plays, if we can kind of try to dial them in, I think it's a pretty close game there going to the end of the third.
What did you like about the way you guys played tonight? Because you were in it really start to finish.
We have a good start, 2 good periods, and we have a couple of mistakes in the third and lose goals. I don't say it's like big mistakes, it's a small details, and against us plays a good team, and they can make goal on the small mistake, and that's it. We have a good chances for score, and we can score 2.
Guys in and out of the lineup, 2 guys gone early. Your line stayed consistent throughout the night. How much did that help you guys generate what you were able to? You were able to stay the same, stay steady all through the night.
Yeah, for sure, it's help for us because we find small details on the ice and about small details on the entries or back check, and we can communicate. We communicate more and more, and try to speak about our game together and find good synergy for us. Yeah, it's gives me confidence. I trust for my teammates, and I think they trust me, and we can play together. Same I told you earlier today, for a long time, and I really like how we play, but we can play better for sure.
You know how good Vasilevsky is. For you to get 2 goals on a goaltender like that, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, it's giving me a little confidence, but he's a great goalie. If we win this game, it's more confidence for me and for our team. But it's a good confidence for me. But I try to shoot puck all season, and I didn't see more on the net. I just try to shoot.
Kirill, you have the 2 goals, and that's great, but you made some really good defensive plays in this game, too. How good do you feel about your overall game right now?
It's sometimes defensive play help me for offensive moments, and I don't say I play great because when Stemka score for goal, it's like my bad, my mistake. I say small details, be a little bit closer. It's not a goal, and I can feel better on the offensive and defensive. Just keep doing what we're doing. Try to do my best.
From the start tonight, Pazzi, it looked like you guys came into this game with a game plan that you thought would be successful, and you carried it all the way through. Just wonder if you could address the way your team played, really start to finish tonight.
Collectively, we played really well. We didn't finish around the net, but we've played in all three zones, and we didn't give much. We tracked the chances for and against, and usually it's a pretty good indication on who's going to win the game. And that changes a little bit when we rewatch the game, but right now our numbers are 22 chances for, and we gave up only 14, which is a real good game against any team in the NHL. Leave that alone against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Listen, that's a team that has won the Stanley Cup recently. They can make plays with no room. They created their chances, and when they did, they were able to finish. So, but as far as we are concerned, we lost Meyer first shift. Nylander couldn't go tonight. So, but collectively, they showed up today, and the way we've played was the right way.
Yeah, you lose a guy off your top line, and then Carson goes down. How much did that add to the challenge?
Well, you're just one guy short. It changes the way we're going to manage the bench. It changes a few things, but at the end of the day, we were able to manage and compete for that game, for that win.
You keep on putting Cole's line out there against some of the bigger and better players on the teams they're going up against. In your opinion, do they just keep getting better at the task?
Yeah, they do. They do. They're playing against established players. I think Cole's line is establishing themselves. They're still young, but I thought that line was solid tonight. Again, playing against either the top two lines, which those two lines are elite in the NHL, so they've done a real good job.
How much easier does that make your job, knowing that line in particular, you can use it anytime?
Well, no, it's, when you look at the lineup, and right now, when I think about that, I have more of a long-term vision, but when the guys are coming back, which most of them will be next year, it gives you a line that can play offensively and create chances, but also being really reliable defensively as well.
Justin Danforth, he was on the fourth line in Carolina, and he got kind of thrown into a first-line position tonight. How good is it for your team that he can be that durable kind of Swiss Army knife player that can play everywhere?
Yeah, that's what he does, right? So we trust him. We know he's prepared. He's preparing himself properly like a pro, and we know he can play all kinds of roles, offensively, defensively, less minutes, and he's not the kind of guy. There's some guys, to give you an example, if you play them less, their game, they need those minutes to get going. Danny plays 10 minutes. Danforth, I'm talking about 10 minutes. He plays the same game as when he plays 17, 18, 19 minutes. So he's a guy we rely on. And with the loss of Nylander and the options that we had, it was the best decision to put him there, and he did a real good job.
Pazzi, what are you looking at with those two guys in terms of when they might be available? Do you have any idea at this point?
Who's that?
With both Carson and Nylander?
Carson, upper body. I think it's more week to week right now. And Nylander, it's day to day, so hopefully the next game.